this look nice and blurry. I want to go over in this tutorial on how to get $50,000 of business credit, 0% interest funding on a brand new LLC. Let's make myself look semi-cute, I guess, right? All right, so here's where you will start. So if you have a brand new LLC and you don't have any business funding at all and you're very new in this process, the first place you will start is your personal credit profile. Why? Because you need to be a personal guarantor to your business, all right? First, it starts out, this is going to go pretty quickly, right? Because it's a lot to cover. There are some things that need to be in order to be fundable. You need to make sure that the name that you name your business is a nice, safe one, right? You do not want to put your personal name. You want to make sure that it's professional. So a general rule to naming your business will be either your last name or an acronym like ASK or ABS Solutions or ABS Ventures or Enterprises, something like that. Very generic. Do not be creative. For an example, my first business name was Aquila Couture, right? I had a boutique and I thought it was just so fancy, right? Very unprofessional. So name your business, and then the next thing you want to do is categorize it in a non-risky industry, all right? A lot of the times we categorize our businesses out of the game because we're not intelligent enough to understand what SIC codes are considered to be on the risky lenders list or no fund list. So in order to determine where you land or where you should start, definitely just look at do a quick Google search. SIC codes for the risky lenders. Well, no, put in SIC code risky, risky SIC codes for business credit or business credit risky SIC codes. A list will pop up for you. All right, pay close attention to that because I am here to tell you that if you choose something on that list, you will receive $2,000 of business credit, which could have turned to a $20,000, depending on the industry that you're in, okay? Name yourself properly, categorize yourself properly, make sure you're credible as a business. You have a professional name, phone number, email, website, all your business records match, and you also have a business banking account, all right? Now that you're credible, you have all those things in order, your personal credit profile, you need to pull it up. What should it look like? Your credit score does not matter. I cannot stress this enough. Your credit score does not matter. The reason your credit score does not matter, guys, is because we need to have a history of what it is that we're asking for to determine if we can handle the debt that we're asking for, what we're asking for. So if we're asking a bank to approve us for a $50,000 car, they will look to your personal credit to say, hey, does this person have at least a history of paying off a $25,000 car? If that's not the case, you will be denied. Same thing goes for credit cards. Do we have at least a history of half of what it is that we're asking for? But the beauty of it is when you're asking for business credit, you tend to receive 3 to 5 times higher limit than that of your highest credit card. So you want to at least have at least credit cards of at least $10,000 in limit. A limit of at least $10,000, a couple credit cards. This way we can at least get $25,000 approval, guys, okay? Which will make this journey to $50,000, 0% interest very easy, all right? You wanna make sure you do not have more than 3 inquiries on each credit bureau. It's particularly the credit bureau in which the credit is being drawn from or pulled from. All right, you need to have less than 3. You want to have less than 10% credit card utilization. What is credit card utilization? I'm going to tell you right now because a lot of people do not know. Oddly enough, you should know if you've been on YouTube, right? But credit card utilization is just simply your credit card limit or your credit card balance divided by your credit card limit. So if you have $1,000 credit card and the balance on that credit card is $300, the amount that you owe, divide $1,000 into the 300, which will bring you to a 30% credit card utilization. Not good. Anything 30% or higher or over 30% will start to decline your credit profile. That's crazy. So you say to yourself, why would you give me $1,000 and then penalize me when I use it? That's the craziest thing. But that's just the credit game, okay? I didn't make up the rules. I'm just telling you what they are. So what does that mean? If I'm telling you to use no more than 10% of your credit, what does that mean? That means that I have $1,000 credit card limit. All you need to do is take that $1,000 and multiply it by 0.10. You should not use any more than $100 per $1,000 on your credit card. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for you, all right? Credit utilization is low. Your name of your business is professional. Your category is fundable and lendable and bankable. You have a professional email, website, address, and you have a business banking account. And all of your business records match, meaning the same information and address, phone number, and email that you have at the Secretary of State is the same information that Duns and Bradstreet should have, is the very same information that should be reported with the IRS when you go for your EIN. Now that you're credible, fundable, and bankable, and your business credit profile has been structured out properly, let's go ask for some business credit. All right, here's what I would do. You will build a relationship with a regional bank, a national bank, and a credit union. So, depending on where you are, Navy Federal is one of the largest credit unions in the country. All right, more than likely you can get that. No problem. If you set up a personal checking and a personal checking and savings account and get direct deposit and execute what is known as a pledge loan with Navy Federal, establishing and increasing your internal banking rating with them, and then turn around and get a business checking account, allow all of that stuff to season over a 1 to 2 month period. Your personal credit profile is in order. You're bankable. Your business is credible. Go and ask. I would get a personal credit card first, right? Because we want to increase the current credit limits that we have. How do we do that? Building a relationship with a bank like Navy Federal, with your credit unions, they like to approve you for higher credit card limits, all right? So once we make sure that the utilization is low, we also have to make sure we don't owe anybody anything, of course, but I can't assume any negative items, no charge-offs, no bankruptcies, none of that. We then want to make sure that we have at least 2 credit cards, guys, that has a limit of at least $2,500 each, that are our own primary credit cards, that are at least 2 years of age. This cannot be an authorized user credit card, meaning it cannot be a trade line that you purchased or someone put you on there. Quiet is kept, just so you'll know. They know that these are authorized accounts, all right? It states it right there in your credit report, okay? It states the type of relationship you have with that credit card. Just pull up your credit card, your credit report, and see, okay? Once you have that, we want to optimize the personal credit profile. Optimize means make it better. What can we do to this credit report to make it better? We can reduce the inquiries, we can reduce the credit utilization, and we can increase the credit limits, all right? So listen up. Here's where I see a lot of people struggling. You have low credit card limits. So let me give you a hypothetical credit report, and this is real. Say you have 5 credit cards. 5 of those credit cards, 4 of them are with banks, but 1 is with a department store. First and foremost, you may as well just eliminate the department store, right? That doesn't even count. So let me step back a moment before I go here. You want to have anywhere from 6 to 10 positive accounts reporting on your personal credit profile, first and foremost, right? Out of your overall credit report, here's what you need to understand. Accounts that are open and closed, both are impacting your credit score. What does that mean, Akila? That means that if I have a car note that is paid off and paid in full, but I had a couple of late payments on it, even though that car note loan is closed, those late payments are still rated negatively against my current report. Same thing goes if it's a positive closed account, all right? Just had to let that be known, because these are some of the things that people miss and you're confused when you're getting denied, all right? So I'm trying to help you as much as possible here. Now, we want 6 open accounts, active. We want them to be a nice mix of credit. We want them to be revolving credit, which are credit cards or lines of credit from a bank, or installment loans like student loans, auto loans, home loans, or personal loans, right? Say you have a good 8 accounts. Say you have 4 credit cards from a bank and 1 from a department store. Like if you have a Macy's, like that's not even really considered in a business credit card that you're trying to get from a bank. So don't even count it. So if Macy's was generous to you and gave you $20,000, don't think that that's going to really account for anything when you're going for a business credit card. You need to pay attention to your relationships that you have with the banks. Why, guys? Because we are going to ask a bank for credit cards, for a business credit card. So their first order of duty is to see if we're asking for $20,000, 0% interest credit card, their first order in underwriting 101, does this person, this applicant, have a history of a credit card that's at least half of the limit that they're asking for? But remember, in the beginning, I said they tend to approve you 3 to 5 times higher credit limit than that on your personal side. So we want to get those limits to at least $10,000. But I have a hack. So here for your notes, here for your notes, here for your notes. So if you have low credit card limits, guys, all you need to do is build that relationship with Navy Federal the way that I told you to increase the internal banking rating, get a checking, savings, direct deposit, and pledge loan. That's going to boost your internal banking rating up. Then you go and you ask for a personal credit card. Once your banking rating is high and you have at least a 620, I want to say, Navy Federal honors the relationship over the personal credit. So even though I want you to have perfect credit before you go for business credit, doesn't mean that you can't build up and optimize your personal credit while you're in credit repair, for an example. I hope I'm not losing any of you. If I lose you, just make a note and I'll clarify it here. All I'm saying is you can have a few negative items. This is why I love credit unions. And they will still give you, if you take those steps and increase your internal banking rating, they will still give you a $25,000 credit card. They're giving out $25,000 personal credit limits like it's like nobody's business. But let me tell you, the people who miss this perfect play are the people who feel like, and I run across you all the time, well, I didn't have any money to do a pledge loan. All I had was the checking, the savings, and direct deposit. So I went on ahead and applied, and they approved me for $800. That's why. Okay? When you execute the play, execute it till it's full. You understand me? Or the people who say, I didn't have direct deposit, so I did checking, savings, and a pledge loan. It's not going to result. So your internal banking rating, here's why it's important, because I know what you're thinking. The maximum amount that Navy Federal will give anyone for the first time applying for a credit card is $25,000, right? So they check your internal banking rating with them first, and then they go to your credit report, okay? But they honor the relationship and the internal banking rating over your credit report. Your credit report doesn't have to be perfect. I'll give you an example. I've had clients that had open bankruptcies and gotten a $25,000 credit card. I've had clients that had a car repo and another negative item on their report and gotten a $25,000 credit card. So this is not something I'm telling you that's in theory. This is something that we've done. My mentees run this play all day long. This is the super play in starting to get higher credit card limits. You start at Navy Federal or another credit union because they like to approve you for higher credit limits, even though your credit isn't perfect. Then you go to other banks because they like to do something that's known as credit match. Do you notice that when you have one credit limit and then you go to another bank, like go get an Apple card or something, your highest credit card is $5,000 and you go get an Apple card and they only approve you for $5,500? It's because they do what is known as credit match. So we can reverse the low credit card limits by running this play and then going and asking our current credit companies for a credit line increase. All right? I hope this is helping someone. See, I'm used to being on Instagram, so I don't see no fire, no questions. I don't know if I'm doing this right. But look, I'm just saying, I really hope this is something, because this is a super play I just gave you. Now, we've optimized our personal credit profile. What you want to do is then also go get a banking account with it. Now that we have our Navy Federal checking account, we want to go get a banking account with a national bank like Chase or Bank of America. All right? So we got our high credit card on the personal side. We're still working on the personal side here, right? Boom. I'm funding your personal and your business. My goal was just to tell you how to get $50,000 of business credit, but this is how it's done. I cannot miss these pieces for you. Now, let's say you go to Bank of America. You have a $25,000 credit card reporting from Navy Federal, and you've also gone to your current credit card lenders and you've asked them for a credit line increase. The hope is that they've raised whatever you had, right? As high as it possibly could get. Then get rid of those inquiries if they're hard pulls, all right? Now go over to Bank of America. Bank of America will be your next move. Why? Because Bank of America also give high credit card limits. I love Bank of America personally, right? Go ahead, if you need a second high credit card limit, just go ahead and ask for a personal credit card with Bank of America. While you're there, use that same inquiry and ask for a business credit card. But you want to make sure you have a personal checking and a savings and direct deposit and a business checking account. Now that's boosting your internal banking rating with Bank of America. Then you ask for the funding. Boom. So what do we have? We got $25,000 on the personal side from Navy Federal. Bank of America, if you have that, it's gonna, let's just say, I can't guarantee anything, but let's just say, first and foremost, this is just entertainment purposes, okay? This is not financial advice, all right? Just wanna let you know, because results may vary. Let's say Bank of America give you $15,000 or $18,000, right? Then you turn around and you get a business credit card. Go ahead and get a business credit card from Bank of America. Now you have, let's just round it up, $20,000. You got $25,000 from Navy Federal. You got a $20,000 personal credit card from Bank of America. Then you turn around and this is where you start your business funding. All right? Go ahead and ask Bank of America for a business credit card after you've built a relationship, funded the accounts, gotten other things, everything. You've done everything I told you to thus far. Just don't walk into the bank and you haven't did any of the prep work and wonder why you're not yielding these results. All right? Boom. Now you want a regional bank like Key Bank, Truist, BMO. So I'm trying to help you guys out across the country. So hopefully more than 90% of you, one of those banks are in your area, right? You go to the regional bank, boom, do the same thing. At this point, you could just go ahead at the regional bank. This is why I love them. Most regional banks, all three that I just named, you can go in that day. If you're credible, everything is set up, high credit card limits, you can go open up your checking account, your banking account right there and apply for your credit card right there and get at least 20,000 from all those banks I just named. All right. So now we have 20, 20, 25. That's more than $50,000, right? So we got monies from, and you can, oh, I forgot. Dang, I'm almost getting you 100K. Go ahead and get your business checking account with Navy Federal. They're going to more than likely approve you for $15,000 or $25,000 on the business side. Let's say 15,000. Let's say you got 15,000 business credit card from Navy Federal. Let's say a $20,000 one from Bank of America, and then another $20,000 from your regional bank. Well, we got 20, 40, $55,000 in business credit, and we have at least $45,000 on the personal side. You are funded. Do we have any questions? This is exciting, right? I hope this is information you can use. Is this information you could use? This is information you could use. Let me know. Subscribe, like, comment. All right, and share this live out. This is amazing, guys. So be amazing, get credible, stack up your personal credit report, and let's get funded. Bye.